Hey everybody, I'm Russo, and I do a little work here and there. It looks like we're back in the research workshop. I don't know why I ever thought that I could stay away. Regardless, we are talking about something that we have touched on many times before on the channel, and that is dice. But in particular, we are talking about making dice and rolling them in the Unreal Engine. So here the hard part is done. That is, I've modeled actual dice. A yellow and black D20, a red and white D10, and a blue and white percentile D10. Also, for your viewing pleasure, I have a print string running here that shows the current value for each of the dice. And hey, my people can push them around so we can make sure that they change when they change. I mean, the collision is a little off, and, well, we should probably just look at the event graph and see what is going on. So all of these dice are basically the same, it's just that different pitches and rolls have to be taken into account. But basically what we have here is event tick, pitch tree, roll tree, set D20 result to the proper number. The quote-unquote trees themselves are just a bunch of branches, hence tree, and since they are trees, I have what I'm calling plots of nearly equal float functions. Most of this setup is pretty much the same thing I did for the facing on the miniatures before, just copied and pasted with a few numbers changed. But yeah, that is more or less how they work. Again, this is the D20, and you can see for those 20 values, there are 7 unique pitches and 12 unique rolls. So I took the lower of those two numbers and passed the flow from the tick into those. A response of true will send the flow from that pitch branch down to its corresponding roll branches. For the D20, 3 of the pitches have 4 corresponding rolls, and the other 4 pitches only have 2 corresponding rolls. It's a whole thing. You just check some stuff, and who knows, it could probably be a lot more efficient. But, you know, I got a lot of stuff to worry about, a lot of new systems to make. So, yeah. Efficiency isn't exactly a top priority. But moving on, the script for each of the D10s is the same, save the variables at the end where one is D10A result and the other one is D10B result. And I suppose also of note is that the D10s have 5 unique pitches and 6 unique rolls, each of the 5 pitches linking to 2 of the rolls. But yeah, it's a whole thing. We'll go back to the editor window and talk about a few of the things that I have planned for this. So I've made the dice roll, and the up face is being calculated and stored. So the big thing that I need is a sort of carriage, I suppose, to hold the dice. Maybe a UMG widget, but I have concerns about that. What with the orthographic camera, and especially its zoom function, which just changes the width of the camera, or the orthographic width at the very least. Basically, I don't know what's going to happen, but it should be one of like 2 things, maybe 3, and I think I can deal with whichever one happens first. So we'll have the carriage, and that will be your on-screen selection, and I want to make it so you can click a die, or possibly a combination of the two if it's the D10s, and you want a D100 roll, after which they will pop out of the carriage, roll around on the ground, maybe hit the minis, I don't know, and once they've stopped, forward their values to other places. They maybe click the carriage and they go back. Maybe they go back on their own. I don't know. Really, the forwarding the variables is the big hard part right now, because part of that is going to be a dice log, and that sort of necessitates some kind of overarching dialogue system, or just, you know, text display system, and that's going to be a whole deal. I want to do something data-driven that parses text files and, well, does a whole lot of other things. But yeah, another project for another day. For now, though, this is looking pretty good. The dice still need some shadows. I'm thinking like Super Nintendo golf, basketball, baseball type shadows. Just a circle that gets bigger and smaller. And then all those UI things. But yeah, 3D Engine dice, get. And until next time, you've been watching the Research Workshop on Russo Works, and I'm Russo.